Mario does not get the credit that he deserves in terms of his role in this. And what happened for Mario, I like to consider Mario, he was the first like hip-hop impresario. And when I say that, Mario was really responsible for starting a lot of DJs, giving them a place to play. Remember, there wasn't a lot of clubs. There was the Ebolo, Twilight Zone, that's it. That's on the west side. There really weren't any clubs here. But Mario was able to get to school, 123. So when you hear them old tapes, 123 the place to be, that's one of the early venues of hip-hop, man, or what it came to be known as hip-hop.
Right.
And Mario was responsible for that, getting there, and the Chuck City crew, and later on the Big Mac crew, and I told you a bit about that.
Right.
You know, Mario was responsible for that. And he gave a lot of cats their start. Busy B. Starski.
Right.
He gave Kool D a venue to play, even though Kool D was playing in the club. But Kool D would play hip-hop for us. Bambaattaa, not just Bronx River, but coming over here this side of 123. Flash, numerous other DJs, Breakout, all of them cats played in 123 at one time or another. So Mario was really responsible for that.
Like I said, not taking anything from him, right? He has no real stake in hip-hop other than the fact that he was around during the truce.
What? That's why I said hard.
We ain't taking nothing from the fucking 4+1 more.
Right.
That was a hell of a contribution.
And you know what? You know what this might be about?
That's it.
Because his claim to fame, but Funky 4, they was the first, I think, group performance on TV.
Oh, maybe
but the
that's
thing
what
is,
it is.
Mario was the first hip-hop pioneer on TV. So maybe he want to say Mario was in hip-hop. Mario was on TV first, going back to the 1970s.
Right.
And maybe he don't like that. Maybe, he has a problem with
But
that.
listen, your problem got nothing to do with lying. Don't lie and say Mario was something but you don't even know.
Disrespectful.
Listen,
That's disrespectful.
Listen. The way you dressed, right? And all y'all was dressing.
Right.
I don't know. I hope they wasn't with that stuff, right? A lot of things y'all was saying on the mics, that slick shit y'all was saying on the mic. Where you think you got that from? Where you think that came from? That just didn't. No, you seen or heard somebody else doing it. I don't know who you seen doing it, and they seen somebody else doing it. It came from a birth. A birth.
I only got
the same
two, though.
way.
I only got the two.
How many you got? 3, 4, 5?
I got 4.
Because I got some too.
Okay, all right.
I got
Let
some
me
too.
go to number 3.
Okay.
All right? Number 3 is, before you got with Breakout, my man Breakout used to come and see Mario.
I tell you so many.
Now you go and ask
man.
me, I'll call Breakout right now.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right? He used to come and see, Breakout seeing Mario DJ. You didn't. Breakout seen him. So, Breakout just went to a regular nothing. Breakout wasn't hip-hop. And that's one of the things that got me, messed up. Like, what are you talking about?
But see, the whole thing about this is, let me show you something. A lot of things that, why people said what they said later on with hip hop, is because y'all got fame from it. Y'all got fame from it.
From something that we created.
Something that was created by people that never got the fame for it.
Exactly.
They didn't even want the fame.
They don't want it.
It was nothing with the fame
It's
for us.
fun for us.
It was
just part of our
it was like a game.
It's our part of creation.
It was a creation.
That's it.
A lot of people ain't get fame for that. The ones, it seems though, it always seemed this way. The ones that, when it catapulted through Sylvia and all that, right? Not knowing Sylvia used to fuck with us. Y'all don't even know that. Sylvia used to fuck with us. She fuck with my man. You crazy? I know Sylvia like I know my sister. Yeah. Y'all crazy. And don't even know Sylvia knew where it came from.
Exactly.
She used to be like, yo, they don't even know Black. I said, yeah, I know Sylvia. But it's all good because as long as it went where it went, it was all good for us.
Right.
We thought doing that, right? Remember, people used to laugh at us doing that before they start jacking it. It wasn't being jacked at first. Them little niggas, what is they doing?
Right.
And then as it went on, it got jacked.
Exactly.
And when they jacked it, that's what everybody else, remember, the ones that was doing it, they left it alone.
Exactly.
They didn't even want to do that no more.
Shit.
We went to the next shit. Whatever that was. So when y'all got it and it went somewhere big, where whoever took it where it went, right? Y'all are, of course, money makes you say things that crazy,
Right.
yo.
Right.
You ain't gonna say you the first group. You ain't gonna say it was somebody else because you ain't gonna get that fame. They're gonna start looking for somebody who was there first.
Right.
And you ain't gonna play yourself like that. Y'all know back in the days you ain't gonna play yourself like that. You know what I mean? If all y'all, seriously, this is real talk, would have did your homework. That's why y'all start hearing about Smokey. Y'all start hearing about other people. Why?
Right.
Because y'all didn't do your homework. Why was it Smokey? If Smokey was the first, why was it Smokey mentioned with y'all when they was doing all that? Why?
Right.
And I'm just saying, if you going along with Smokey, right? There ain't no Smokey, right? Why didn't his name come? And there's a lot of other DJs that they never spoke on.
Right.
Never spoke on.
There was this.
So, and they was hip hop. So how did you only become hip hop? If you know about the people before you.
Right.
How did you just become hip hop? Maybe it was in that era. I keep telling y'all, it's different eras. This is a building root. Like you said, Mike, it comes from a root. And you got a tree, and all these leaves is on the tree.
Right.
And that's all it is. But everybody want to claim at their time like they created it. Nobody knew hip-hop was going to go that far. So how you created it? In 77, 75, knowing it was going on in 71.
Right.
How did you create it? You created your masterpiece to it. You didn't create the whole thing. You created your masterpiece to it, which was, look at Luvbug Starski. He wasn't DJing at first.
Nope.
He was a little punk-ass kid running around here.
From where?
And who
From
put
Beach Avenue.
And who put him on? We did.
Exactly.
We introduced him to Mario, my sister. So how the hell, if Luvbug was there before you, how the hell you was doing hip-hop before Luvbug? Tell me that.
Well, they say Luvbug was more disco type style.
No. Where the bong do the bong, the bang, the bang came from? That's not disco.
That's what they say.
Oh, my.
So that's a good point.
That's what
he's saying. And I'm glad you made that video about disco. But let's go back to one, right? So
but
you
okay,
mean to tell
bong to the bong, the bang, the bang, bang, in the fever. Because I was in the fever back then when he was doing that, right? That was disco? In the fever?
Listen.
The fever was disco?
Listen.
Come on, man.
Listen.
There was number of gangsters in disco fever. How the hell that's disco?
Listen.
That was no disco. That was gangsters.
Listen. He said,
a lot of them dudes that performed in there didn't even want to come to the disco fever.
This is the part that he said to define what hip hop was. He said that how could he be he didn't even DJ, he didn't cut, and he didn't scratch.
He wasn't even a DJ. That nigga, he don't DJ. He was like Herc. Come on, keep it 100. He don't DJ. Herc threw parties and all that too. Same shit. But Herc ain't no DJ. Herc ain't never cut and scratch, and neither did
he didn't.
Your man. He ain't cutting, he ain't scratching, he ain't doing nothing but watching the young kids. Because remember, he older than us.
All right. So now, think about it. He didn't cut and he didn't scratch, right? But what was he playing for the music? That's number one. Who was cutting and scratching in the creation of hip hop? It evolved to that. Did or didn't just rock, and that was the creation of hip hop. You do it.
It all evolved.
Flash didn't do that. Then wasn't that Luke? No, that wasn't how it happened.
Look, okay.
It evolved from what we was just like the music.
Okay, why do you think they go back to the old sneakers, right? The first ones, and people will come back and start wearing them. Why do you think that?
Right.
Because that's where it came from.
Right.
Doesn't mean that they not Jordans now. They not new AIs or none of that. That evolved.
Another thing he said was about Wildstyle, right?
Wildstyle.
Now, he said Wildstyle and everything. By the time Wildstyle came out, do you think that we was breakdancing on the floor and doing all of that?
Hey yo, all that
by that
rocking
time,
and locking and all that.
Man.
A lot of it, and a lot of people don't even really know this.
That's why people
a lot of that locking,
we did.
You know where that came from? You really want me to tell you where it came from? All that locking. We used to do the freeze.
Right.
We used to freeze. When we be dancing, we'd freeze.
Right.
Like that. Yeah, like we'd be breaking, we'd be like,
freeze.
Boom, and then we'd freeze.
Right.
It was a locking. You know where that locking came from? Where? Who started the locking? The fat boy from
what's happening?
Yeah, California.
All right. Yeah. So you're saying
the locking.
So you might as well say where you got that from. Where you get your locking from? From right? You would say that, right? Everything evolves, man. It goes other places. You know why? Because if you keep the same format, it's not going to sell no more.
Right.
It's not going to sell no more.
That's what we was doing.
It's not going to sell.
Listen. And then, I said this earlier.
That's why hip-hop kept going. Because it was selling as it was going on. It was jumping into different things.
Let me just say this part. It is 100%. And you had to be there to know what we talking about.
Right.
If we rock it right now, and Black do a move on me and rock me, right? Everybody, Black did that shit, Black did that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go upstairs and make a move so when I come back downstairs,
to counteract that.
Exactly.
That's what,
and that's what we did.
What's his name from Crosstown?
That's what we did.
The breakdancer? He did one that he came to counteract.
Right.
That's hip hop.
That's
you
hip hop.
Counter. It's a like a tournament type of thing. It's what you doing, then I got to do something better to make the crowd evolve. Because if you just do everybody doing the same move, what's gonna happen? After I've seen that before. I ain't worrying about that. That's what the creation was about. Keep turning it over, turning it over, turning it over, turning it over. You see what I'm saying? And they turned it over to rapping and whatever they turned it over to. And
now,
that's what it was.
I'm gonna go
look, we didn't. Look.
Let him go deep. How many more points you got? How many more points you got?
I got
Because I got a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm trying not to forget it.
This is what I'm gonna say about the cutting and scratching. If you know anything about turntables, all right, you would know that in 1970-71, it was record players, all right? They were record players. And record players had 78, 45, 33, and some had 16. So that's number one. So you don't know nothing about the DJ part about it, so you can't tell what Mario was doing, number one. Number two, the reason why they were record players, if you know anything about it, is because you could take a stack of records, put it on, and then when one record goes off, the needle will come back and the record will drop. And the needle go back on. Number one. Number two, they didn't have felt tip needles. They had diamond needles that'll cut your record in half. They'll cut your record in full. Because there was no giving. It was a diamond. They'll cut your record in half. So you bring your record back, you ain't gonna have that record to hear that record no more. Or all you're gonna hear is.
So can a DJ be hip hop without cutting and scratching?
Of course. That's when it started.
Mario wasn't doing no cut. Mario mixed like every other.
Well, I don't know if he was mixing, cutting, all that. But
No, that's important. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay.
Mario, and that includes Bambaattaa too.
Okay.
And that includes Bambaattaa too.
Okay.
Okay? That includes Bambaattaa too.
Right.
They were not, and you know what? Herc too. And you know what? Herc too.
Okay.
They were not real technicians on the turntables.
Right.
They did what basic mixes, blends.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Basic stuff.
Can a DJ be hip hop without cutting and scratching?
Of course. That's when it started.
How can
That's when it started.
Mike.
And the thing is, see, according to the elders, according to the people that's on the channel, Bambaattaa wasn't a cutting and scratching.
No.
Herc wasn't cutting and scratching.
No.
So he would have to disqualify
All of that.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it make no sense.
That's what I'm
Are you
saying.
finished? Because I want to say something.
Mike, but listen,
Okay, go ahead.
You finished?
but what you just said, I was trying to get to that. Remember when we was talking earlier? I was saying, what did you give him tribute to? Because, like you said, Herc wasn't a scratching DJ. Bam wasn't a scratching DJ. Mario was.
They had people doing the photo.
There you go.
Theodore was battling fast. Theodore won that shit. Theodore was on Mario set at the Bun Road. Yeah, that was Mario set. He was on Mario set. That was Mario set. Theodore was on Mario set at the Bun Road. Yeah, that was Mario set. He was on Mario set. That was Mario set. Battle Flash. And Bam was feeding them records.
Bam wasn't a scratching DJ. Mario was.
They had people doing the photo.
There you go.
That's right. But that came along after.
Right, after.
That was after.
Right.
That was not in the creation of it.